Welcome to Hit the Road with Mo and Joy. We're friends that met in kindergarten and we love to travel. Now we're sharing our experiences and inspiring you to explore. Whether you're traveling by sea, in a train, flying high, or road tripping, it's time to hit the road with Mo and Joy.
Hello and welcome to Hit the Road with Mo and Joy. We are so happy you guys are here. How's it going, Mo?
It's going good. How about yourself, Joy?
Good. I am hot, eternally hot. When we're recording this, you guys, it is the middle of August in Florida. And every day I'm just sweating through all my clothes and walking around with damp shirts all day long. What about you, Mo?
You know, I just had a quick flashback. So, as you know, we just moved my son to college.
Yes.
About 3 hours north in Georgia. And honestly, it was just like hot as Hades. 3 hours north, right?
The middle of Georgia landlocked. No beach breezes, nothing off the ocean.
-0 breezes.
And probably the air conditioner wasn't turned on prior to your getting there. And you had all that stuff to move in. And
Well, think about it. You've got all these people moving into the building quad or whatever you call that thing. So the AC is trying to battle against all these different people moving in all these different doors. And I think that I saw floor vents.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes, I'm doing the grimace face. But it finally got a little bit better. So there's that. But yes, it is hot down in the South.
And what we are going to be talking about today is Miami, another hot place. But I digress for just another moment because one of my most aggravating things about the summer is you'll be hot and sweaty and you'll go in and you'll take a shower. And then when you're done with the shower, you're still sweating. Does that happen to you?
I feel like that has happened a little bit lately. That was not something that used to be a part of normal life. So I'm not sure if it's just
is that an age thing?
Hot or if we're just getting old.
Like fine wines, we're maturing.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I did not go on this trip, but you went on a trip to Miami a couple of weeks ago, and you had a fantastic time, and
Yes.
we wanted to go ahead and capture that for our audience. Tell us about what happened in Miami.
We're going to call this How to Enjoy Miami on a Budget. We have already put this out there on the blog. So we've got a couple of nice shots out there where we decided to organize by the day. This is actually my second trip to Miami, almost a year apart. Both of them happen to be conferences. This year, we are really going through a season of watching The Wallet in my family. And I thought this would be a good way for me to exercise some last minute planning, kind of spur of the moment, and also see how far I could stretch the dollars.
Very good.
So Miami is generally considered pretty expensive, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, yeah, that's kind of true, but definitely not as expensive as Vegas was a couple years ago.
Right.
Holy slice of pizza price. The other thing that I really noticed, but I guess I just didn't realize it last go around in Miami, is that not only do you pay the price, but there's like at least 2, if not 3 additional taxes on every receipt. Obviously, they've got some local stuff going on there and all of that. So you really kind of have to watch that. And we also noticed that several of the restaurants tacked on their own gratuity, and they are certainly not forthcoming. So you definitely have to keep a little bit of a watch out for that. And obviously, if you've got excellent staff, you want to recognize that with a little bit more, but just beware. Let's kind of talk through a couple of just in general things that I took a look at to try to enjoy Miami on a mid-range and or budget-friendly plan. The top 4 things that I took a look at was, hysterically enough, I missed the mark on a couple of them. Some of it, though, was not necessarily planned or, so to speak, in my control. So the first thing that's really helpful to know about traveling to Miami is that you should travel during shoulder season, which is something I had to educate myself on. And apparently you got educated, right, Joy?
Yes, I saw your note come through about shoulder season, and I was like, what is that? At first, I thought you had, like, miswritten something.
Yeah, well, it was new to me, too. But typically that refers to the period of time that falls between peak or high season and the off and low season. So these time frames are generally from April through May, and then again September through November.
Okay.
For me, I missed that. I happened to be in August, but like I said, I was there for a conference, so it wasn't my ability to pick that time frame. Outside of that, the recommendations are to stay outside of South Beach.
Right.
Once again, I missed the mark.
Oops.
Last year, we were actually situated downtown, and there was a lot of great walking. This time, though, we were located in South Beach, and that, like I said, it wasn't something that I could plan specifically to keep my budget in mind.
Right.
But the recommendations are staying in downtown, Coconut Grove, or Mimo. Let's talk about Mimo really quick. Mimo actually is short for Miami Modern. So it is the Miami Modern Historic District, and it is known for its post-World War II architecture. And it's unique to Miami because it has a blend of that mid-century modern vibe with a typical tropical flair that you find down in Miami.
That sounds really cool. Did you get to that area, or?
I actually did not. We were in walking distance of South Beach and the heavily Art Deco vibe area, which was very cool within itself. But Mimo is the Upper East Side along Biscayne Boulevard.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I actually was not familiar until I was doing budget planning for this. The last 2 items are using public transit, and then finally taking advantage of free attractions and happy hour deals.
Yes.
I'm going to say that I came back and redeemed myself, did a really good job from a budget perspective. I actually did not use any public transit. We were chartered this go around on a bus.
Okay.
Down. So that was really different to not have our vehicle. Thankfully, where we were located, we were able to walk everywhere.
Right. It's kind of wonderful at the same time not to have the overhead of a vehicle, be it price, be it parking, gas, whatever. Just the aggravation of it all.
Definitely the aggravation, and holy cow, the sticker price for parking fees at your hotel.
Easily 25 to 50, I guess.
I think the hotel we were staying at, it was about $50 or $55 additional per day for parking.
That just gripes me.
Ouch. Yes, ouch. But literally, we walked everywhere. It added to our daily exercise. We definitely got in even extra exercise because of the heat.
Right. all the sweat and all the detoxing you did going from here to there.
Yeah. So we did get to take advantage of a happy hour the first night with the conference, and then we did enjoy a happy hour deal facing South Beach just to kind of try something different. We'll dive into that a little bit more, but I think that kind of covers like the highlights before we dig into the days.
Very
Anything
good.
else jump out to you, Joy?
You mentioned you traveled down there by bus. So tell me more about the bus travel, because I've had this bias against buses for quite a while.
Interesting.
And in thinking of overseas travel and stuff like that, being stuck on a bus and being stuck with a bunch of people, and I guess it's no different than flying on a plane, which I do readily. Some reason a bus, I just have a brain block about it. It seems like it's going to be more aggravating. It seems like it's going to be more tight quarters. It seems like I'm never going to be able to go to the bathroom again, and I can't drink any water 2 days prior because I want to make sure that my kidneys are empty. So, because the driver isn't going to stop to let me off or something. So I have all these unconscious biases about it. But tell me about. Yeah, and logically, like, for me as a solo traveler, often it would make a lot of sense for me to do a coach tour or to go overseas and do that type of tour. And I think that's possibly in my future. But whenever I see a bus involved, I just curl up in a fetal position and ignore it.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me that on all of your trips overseas that you've never been on a chartered bus?
No.
Let's skip the domestic.
I haven't been on a chartered bus, domestic or...
Okay, now I'm really surprised.
I mean,
like, just when you think you know all the things there are to know about a friend.
I do the sightseeing tours, the 30 minutes, and hop-ons, hop-off. I don't have that kind of problem with it. But I guess, like, for long-distance travel or, like I say, the coach tours and stuff like that, that it just feels extremely limiting.
That's really interesting. So I've been on a chartered bus overseas. So my first trip to Europe was a snow ski trip when we were in the 8th grade, still at Catholic school. And we had a chartered bus everywhere we went. Our group rode all the places together. That, I think, would have probably been my first experience. And what were we, like? I don't know. I probably would have been 13 at that time. So I guess for me, I just didn't even think a thing about it. Some are definitely better than others. The bathroom is equal to a plane bathroom.
Okay.
I'm just not sure that you really need to make sure that that your coach line cleans out the lines the way that they're supposed to. There's that. And then, of course, I think that there's all different levels of comfort. Some have just gotten so comfortable these days, and we were fortunate. We were able to spread out a little bit. The AC was good. It had plugs and some chargers. I would say that the most inconvenient part, besides the bathroom, was them not having the fold-down tray on the back of the chair in front of you to where I could easily do my work and my blogging or whatnot on my computer. So I typed the whole way home, and I had to do everything on my lap, which was uncomfortable.
Not ergonomic.
Yeah. Well, we are from the days pre-ergonomic terminology, so there's that.
Right.
We just find a way and get it done.
Right.
I don't know. I definitely think maybe we need to plan a coach trip sometime so that you can dip your toes in. Those are some things we need to add to our list.
Right.
I would say, though, that I think for us and where we grew up, I think that we are just so used to having our own vehicle.
Right.
Because there's no easy walking where we live. Like, you drive your car everywhere you go. Because
Everything's 30 minutes away.
Correct. So I think that that's a very different feel from people who grew up in a more metropolitan, or, for example, where we've been in Miami, the 2 times. Both places where we were located, you see everyone out and about. It's a very get out and get about town, which is kind of cool.
You know, and it's funny, I met a lady this week that she was working over in Japan, and they've just ended their cycle and have moved back to America. And I said, what do you miss most about Japan? And that was what she said, is that, well, you could just get on the train and you could go anywhere and be done. She's like, I was 6 minutes from the train station, and that was the thing that she missed. I would say that I would probably enjoy that a lot if we had that in this city.
You know, that just made me kind of pause and reflect back several years to Seattle when I used to go there and work a couple of times a year. Their public transit is pretty robust there. I just never really grasped. We were spoiled. My company had their own private hotel that was kind of off the beaten path, which was really lovely. It was a totally different landscape with the trees and the cool vibe. So we got bused to and from work. Now, granted, we had to walk everywhere we went to go get food or whatever the thing may be, but I just never felt super comfortable utilizing all that was available. Maybe that's a goal to work on.
Yeah.
I think it's just, again, where we grew up and what we are more comfortable with.
Yeah.
Right? So,
well, we went left turn on this and off on a rabbit trail, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Let's get back to Miami.
Yes. Day 1.
Okay.
In general, what I documented was a 3-night, 4-day stay in August timeframe to try and have a budget-friendly visit. So in the blog, you can definitely follow all the days and the details. I included the prices for pretty much everything that we did. The one thing I did not include was the hotel, just because we were there for a conference. It was not out of our personal pocketbook, full disclosure. But the hotel was absolutely lovely. If you want to know where we stayed, just to get a feel, please just reach out to us in one of the comments, and I will be happy to give you the name. It was lovely. The pool was lovely. Palm trees. I mean, it was total Miami vibe. Everything I would think of when I would personally visualize Miami was this hotel.
Very cool.
Day 1, upon arrival, once we got everything situated, we set out on foot. Again, everything we did was on foot this trip. We went around the corner and we had a very budget-friendly lunch at Block's Pizza Deli.
Okay.
It was tiny, super cozy, lovely. One of the things that I did notice, and this was my first introduction to that, there are several little places in Miami where interior space is a premium joy.
Right, I'm sure.
So like 2 tables that seat 2, and then depending on how big your storefront is, you will perhaps have 1 or maybe a couple more tables al fresco out front. And did we mention it's hot?
That's hot.
It's so hot. But anyway, the interior was lovely. The gentleman was just lovely. I'd like to call out here, even though I did make the note in the blog, for whatever reason, when I was going back to do my research where I was including the address and the prices, I noticed that a couple of the maps showed this deli as being permanently closed.
Oh, fantastic. Google didn't catch up, huh?
I'm guessing that maybe perhaps owners changed hands or something.
Or did they tick somebody off and they turned off the algorithm?
I really don't know, but this place is very much open.
They're open. Go see
It's
blocks.
lovely. The food was delicious, and it's definitely it was very budget friendly. You get a ginormous slice. It was about $5.50 per slice. We were out the door.
Very good.
From there, I knew that I would need to kind of plan out certain things. Now that Joy and her sister finally taught me that I can enjoy coffee shops, I'm the strange coffee hater in the group. However, Joy and Cheryl introduced me to chai lattes. Mm-hmm. Tea, yay. So, Joy, I had to get in a local coffee shop.
This place looks really cool. I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
It is, well, first of all, there were like 5 coffee shops in the immediate vicinity of the deli. So I, of course, didn't know anything about it because I intentionally did not plan anything for this trip.
Oh.
I intentionally forced myself.
You're freestyling. How about that?
Can you believe it? Miss Project Manager, I forced myself to plan on the spur of the moment and see where it took me. So the first 2 coffee shops that I found did not have chai latte. So immediate cross off the list.
That's surprising.
The third one on the list was this lovely Blue Lavender Cafe and Market. The title's lovely. When you walk up from the street, you'll notice that there's a lot of places in Miami that just really capitalize on their curb appeal. This one was certainly one of them. They had lovely lavender flowers wrapped around some of the poles. They had beautiful alfresco, let's see here, tables with some lovely umbrellas, so you had some shade. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we went in, and it's definitely geared towards more of a healthy vibe. Mm-hmm. They sold some products there. They had a couple of like snacks and menu items. We went there for the chai, obviously, and because it was so hot, we both decided to get iced chai this go around.
Right.
Could not deal, honestly, with hot in the heat. The other thing that we did while we were there is we had to try some of the dessert, and they were all super clean, organic, gluten-free, healthy, whatever. I decided to try the carrot cake slice, which I think might have had a little bit of the zucchini vibe in it, Joy. And then Alex got the double chocolate banana bread. It was made like in a bundt. They were both really delicious, and we just chilled out. We hung out at the cafe. We watched the people. It's attached to a boutique hotel, which you can just, everywhere you turn and you look on the street, there is a boutique hotel.
Boutique hotel, yeah.
And so we just enjoyed the spot, and we hung out, and it was just a great place to go. I highly, highly recommend this cafe.
So that's one thing about budget travel, right? Is it kind of forces you to slow down.
Yes.
Because you're not able to do the things, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So you have to slow down and enjoy the moment.
Exactly, which I think is still something that you and I carry from trips overseas. It's still the number one thing that has stuck with me from our trip that we'll cover in the next, month or so regarding Ireland, and realizing that we were on quote unquote US mentality and time. Which is generally
fast, hurry up. Can you check us out? Can you?
And I distinctly remember the one time that we thought we were waiting for the waiter to give us our bill and whatever. And it was kind of like hey, you're supposed to be sitting here and letting your meal digest and enjoy some conversation with your people.
Right. And some of their dinners go 3 hours, and I can't imagine that because I'm being rushed and hurried. And
But I distinctly remember all of us last year having that realization, and we embraced that throughout the entire trip. So thankfully, we were told that early on, right? Because for me, it made that dramatic mindset shift to, in fact, enjoy the time.
Right.
Have conversation. Look each other in the eyes.
Put the phones down.
Yeah, absolutely. Put the damn phone down. All right. So let's wrap up day 1 in Miami on a budget. Thankfully, our conference hosted a happy hour that first night. We enjoyed that. It was great to visit people from all over the country that sometimes we don't see until every other year. Then a small group of us, we went out and walked and decided that we would find whatever we found for dinner. The group decided on Havana 1957 Cuban cuisine. Apparently, they have multiple locations down there in Miami, but we were at the one over on Espanola Way. We decided to sit inside, which again is not always easy to get a table inside. And I think that there were 8 of us. So I feel like we got really lucky.
Yeah.
But it's a very beautiful area. Lots of people out walking. Lots of activity. It was a Friday night. No, actually, that's incorrect. It was a Monday night. So it wasn't overly crowded, but it was just really nice and lively. And I'm definitely going to say the food was delicious, and it was very fairly priced for everything that you got. If you're curious what we got, it's in the blog, and I think we've even got a picture.
You've got some great pictures.
Okay.
That looks very yummy.
Okay, great. After that, we did what we did most nights. We went for a walk after dinner, got in a couple of miles, took in several sights. It was definitely humid, but it was just really, really nice to get out and walk and to feel like you're digesting.
Yes.
So that's day 1.
Excellent, excellent. Do you want to talk about day 2?
Day 2, we had pool day, went out for some food, enjoyed a happy hour deal right there on South Beach. And then again, we had a long walk taking in the sights after dinner. One of the things that I will definitely say I'm super guilty of is not taking advantage when I'm on vacation of the pool. I'm a Florida native, grew up by the ocean, lots of beach, lots of water, lots of hot. It's not something that I've typically done intentionally. Several of my friends there are really big pool people. So after I got some morning work done, I decided to go down and join them at the pool. And y'all, the pool area at this hotel was just, it's just really super pretty. It wasn't overly packed, and there were lots of different entryways and exit ways to the pool, and lots of shade, lots of umbrellas like everywhere. So guess what? That is included in your stay at the hotel.
So why not enjoy it?
Yes, and $0 extra to your tab.
And you get all this vitamin D being outside, and you're away from screens and
Yes,
indoor air and all the things. Go outside.
But you know what? Every single one of us, there were 4 of us in total. Guess what? Every single one of us had with us
Earphones.
a book.
Oh, a book. I didn't believe. I didn't think
You
of
didn't
that.
think we were going to say that. And
I thought you were going to say
like,
you stayed on your phones.
we got in and out of the pool. And then we each had quiet time, and we read. It was a total vibe.
Very cool.
Yes. So once Alex got back from his conference meetings, we were both hungry, and I had tried to figure out where should we go, and I knew that we wanted something authentic, hopefully Italian sandwich type vibe. So we wound up going with this little place called Bada Italian Street Food. Not gonna lie, I was totally wrangled in by their excellent advertising and photos of their sandwiches. I mean, same bread, but I don't know, maybe like at least 10, if not 12 different variations of sandwiches, from super meaty, spicy, and all that vibe to a little bit off the beaten path and a little bit more of a sweet vibe, like what I like. And so we went. I won't say necessarily that it was super budget friendly, but it definitely didn't break the bank. For us, this happened to be due to the actual timing of our day. This happened to be like our only meal of the day following breakfast. So it didn't really hurt so much to throw in about $20 per sandwich. And I think we got some strawberry lemonades. Again, we were able to capitalize on the limited indoor seating. We had a teeny tiny square table for two right in front of the deli case. And we were super happy to have it because it definitely made all the difference in the world. The owners were just super lovely, very friendly and accommodating. And I was too full. I really wanted to try one of their chocolate chips, Joy.
Aw.
You know, I love my cookies.
Yes.
But it just didn't happen. So after that, we headed out, and we this go around, instead of more of the shops and whatnot that we did the night before, this go around we started walking down the whole Ocean Drive area. So that's kind of all along the main drag of the Art Deco district, which has a wide variety of Art Deco boutique hotels, all kinds of restaurants, all different manners and styles of restaurants. Then there's this great, beautiful park that stretches all the way across. And then on the other end of that park is the actual beach. We walked all the way down to kind of the end, and frozen daiquiri bar.
Right, frozen daiquiri bar and all that heat.
Yes.
It's like a barrage.
It just looked so... And I admit, I mean, I've never probably stopped at one of these types of places in all of my trips, all the years. It's just not typically something that jumps out at me. But Alex was like, hey, we need to do this and grab this little table, and we're just going to take in all the sights.
Yep.
I was just like, okay, let's do it. And they were offering a 2 for $20 deal. It was happy hour at that time of the evening. So we each got a drink, and we sat out there on the table, and we just chilled. Got a little bit of the ocean breeze, and it was just really nice.
Lovely. Yes.
Yes.
Very cool.
And I will say, just because I remembered off the top of my mind, getting back to those taxes we talked about earlier. So our 2 for $20, prior to any type of tip, after taxes wound up being $25.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give you a feel.
Yeah. So above and beyond our normal state 7%. Something else is going on.
Yeah, there's definitely the local tax vibe for sure that's going on, and I didn't even bother to look up the rate because I felt like it would be. But anyway, we walked our way back, and so funny, we decided not to take the park or beach side back. We decided to walk the way we came, which was in front of all the different restaurants and boutique hotels. And we get to the very, very end, and lo and behold, we look, And we have friends sitting there at the table that weren't at the conference with us. And I was like, oh my gosh, look, it's Helen. So that was just so funny, you know, when you're traveling and you're not expecting necessarily to see
your people. Yeah.
And so that was really fun to be able to say hello. She and her good friend were there, just doing a lot of fun stuff. It was Helen's birthday. So she's actually a big traveler herself. Maybe we will coax her to come on at some point one day.
Come on, Helen.
But yeah, that was super cool. And then we just kind of walked our way back. And that was day 1 and 2, Miami on a budget.
Well, very cool. It sounds very fulfilling. And if nothing else, it's away from your normal everyday life. And you just get to look at different things and be in different places and see different people. And
yes,
travel is healing and good for the soul, I'll say.
I agree.
Yep. Well, guys, thanks so much for listening to
Hit the Road with Mo and Joy.
Yes, to Hit the Road with Mo and Joy. It's been an awesome episode, and we will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for tuning in to Hit the Road with Mo and Joy. If you have questions or topic suggestions, we would love to hear from you. You can connect with us through our website at hittheroadwithmoandjoy.com. On the website, you'll find all the things: socials, blogs, recommendations, inspiration, and things you might need to know for upcoming travel. And if you'd like to partner or advertise with us and connect with our amazing audience across the country, feel free to reach out to us at hittheroadwithmoandjoy.com/media. That's it from us this week, but don't forget, get out there and explore.